If you own a toilet, you should be doing this at least once a year. This is a simple test to figure out whether your toilet is wasting water or not. You use dye tablets or food coloring for this. The color doesn't really matter. The idea is to turn the back of the tank into a uniform color. That way you can look in the bowl and detect if there's anything leaking. Common symptoms of a leaking toilet will be a ghost flushing. You'll hear it running when no one's even there. If your toilet looks blue like this, it's either the flush valve or the flapper. And
I like to tackle the low-hanging fruit first, which is going to be the flapper, which is about 75% of the time the problem. These things go bad after about 5 years depending on the water quality. There's two little wings on there and a chain that secures to the trip lever. Don't worry if yours doesn't look like this. I have other videos on different styles. You'll notice that some of them come with too long of a chain, in which case you'll need to match it up and then give it a quick snip in order for it to fit correctly. If that doesn't work, you'll need to replace the fill valve and hit the which I suggest you stick around because it's a good thing to learn how to do. We're going to start by flushing out the tank and shutting the water off underneath. At this time, I like to unbox my fill valve and put the gasket in place on the shank that goes through the porcelain toilet in order to make it a little bit easier once I get to that step. I'm disconnecting my hose here. I know there's no water pressure, but if you're not familiar with your valves, you want to disconnect it slowly and make sure that the valve is holding before you start this project and then you have an emergency. I'm going to pop the new fill valve in while there's still a little bit of water in the tank. I have a bucket underneath catching it. You could also shop vac or sponge the water out if you're not comfortable doing this method. We need to drop this fill valve all the way down to the bottom. There's a locking ring that you pull up and you can adjust the level of the fill valve so that it will fit inside the tank that you have. Then you want to fine tune the water level by moving this knob to the left or to the right to increase or decrease the water level. Then give it a couple test flushes and you're done. I like to leave a little paper towel in there to make sure I don't have any leak. A few other quick things while I have your attention. When you're changing the flapper, the debris from the old flapper sometimes sits on the flush valve. That needs to be cleaned off. They can also get cracked. Make sure your chain's not getting tangled and that your handle's not stiff. These will cause a lot of water to run. Here's the secret tip. On some toilets, they have a full parts breakdown on the back. If you've made it all this way, smash the like button, leave me a comment. And don't worry if you're not comfortable fixing it. If you watch my channel for a while, you'll get comfortable.